And of course, earlier I understand he did receive a report on those cases of arson in schools, high schools I witnessed last year during the second term. It had gripped the attention of the country, was very worrying because quite a number of schools were involved in those cases. So he has now received a report on the same, what causes perhaps led to the same, and recommendations. So we will bring you updates on that. Timothy Otieno will be giving us an update. Now, let's shift gears and talk a little bit of politics. And Jubilee aspirants in central Kenya are forming, or rather promising, to make a major announcement at a meeting they will hold tomorrow. The meeting, to be attended by President Uhuru Kenyatta, comes at the end of a bitterly contested nomination process that so many bigwigs leave the party to contest in the August election as independent candidates. Laikipia Governor Joshua Irungu is at the heart of the organization of tomorrow's rally and joins us live here in studio. Governor, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
So a big announcement. What can you tell us about the announcement? I imagine you'll not tell us what it is exactly, but what do we expect?
Let me first appreciate this offer of coming over to be given an opportunity to the KTN. So that we can be able to let our people know that tomorrow we are going to have a big meeting. And this will be more of consultative meeting. It's not like the rally that many of the people are anticipating to have a rally, but it's a consultative meeting that we are going to have of all the leaders, all the members of parliament, all the members of Senate, the members of women rep and governors within the Mount Kenya region, the larger Mount Kenya region, bringing them together so that we can be able to consult and agree on how we are going to mobilize all our voters when it comes on 8th August for the vote for the President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto. This is the purpose of tomorrow's meeting, particularly because of the following up of the nomination and a number of the people getting out of the party just because of either they were discontented with the nominations on how the process went on, and therefore you end up finding that there will be apathy, and some of our people who we really trust and believe that they need to come out on 8th. And therefore, we thought that as early as this time, we are able to, as the leaders, to come together within the Mount Kenya region and agree on how we are going to sensitize our people, mobilize our people, particularly even at this early time of verifying the voters register, so that they go out there and verify, and then again on 8th August, they are able to come out, all of them, and so that we don't just say that the Mount Kenya region is the stronghold of the Jubilee Party, and then our people don't come. And that's the reason of us coming together tomorrow.
So largely, many would perhaps, guess it will be more of an endorsement. Mount Kenya saying we are behind Uhuru Kenyatta's candidature come August the 8th. Tuko pamoja.
Let me say, generally, we will also be doing so because it's no crime of the Mount Kenya region expressing and say that we are going to endorse our President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto to be our candidate for come 8th August. Now that even the Jubilee Party did so. So we, as a Mount Kenya region, having realized the development that we have realized within the Jubilee administration, we thought that it is wise as leaders to come together, particularly also preaching peace within our region and with our neighbors as we get to 8th August election.
And as you said, some of the bigwigs, the nomination has seen a fallout. You've lost, some of the governors did not manage to clinch the ticket. Some of them have expressed still a desire to run as independents. How does that impact on the party generally, on the region and its politics, and perhaps seeking re-election and hoping to still have the presidency in the next term?
Let me say this is one of the major reasons that we have decided as Jubilee nominees to come together, because we felt that because of some of these big wings falling out during the nomination and coming up with this a bit of getting to the independent, being the independent candidate, we thought that some of them might develop some apathy and don't come out during that time in protest. And that's the reason why we decided to come together, particularly also reaching out to those candidates, the big wings, and even the other members of the aspirants who followed out during that time, just trying to bring them together in a consultative way, and promising them that the Jubilee Party, when we thought we formed the government with the Jubilee government, will be able to even absorb them in the various opportunities that will be created by Jubilee administration. And therefore, this, besides just bringing the Jubilee nominees, but we also want to develop a strategy to reach out to the independent candidates so that they can be able also to support the President Uhuru Kenyatta when it comes August.
So you're saying you're hoping to still sort of like, even if they lost, if you do manage to win the August 8th election, find a place for them.
Yeah.
But they faced a rejection by the people. So why is it, why would Jubilee want to find this cushion, rather, this loser, as had put it, when the people have said they do not find these individuals perhaps fit, they do not want them to be in leadership?
For me, one is that there is even a promise from the president himself, and he promised the people just before the nomination of Jubilee that let everybody go, and the Jubilee party assured everyone that they will be free and fair, and let the people make the decision. And for all of the ones that will not be able to get to be nominated, the government will be able to provide the various opportunity. But then many of them never waited for that time, and they decided to go to independent candidature, and I am sure the Jubilee administration will be able even to absorb them even that time comes, because one, the Jubilee administration believes in the innovations and the talents everybody have, and they do appreciate that, and therefore even if they never manage to be the candidate for Jubilee, they still have some skills for development, they have their visions, and therefore the Jubilee government will be able to absorb them in the various sectors so that they can be able to push the agenda for Jubilee when it comes that time of August.
And the danger, of those that are running as independent candidates, splitting of the vote, does it create room for you losing out on some of your strongholds to outsiders who come and take advantage of a house that's divided?
And actually this is the reason why we have decided to come together, so that we don't get that time and we get a shock that a number of these independent candidates will be robbed by our opponent, and we want to contain that region, and we want to ring-fence the whole of the region of the Mount Kenya, being a stronghold of Jubilee Party. And also not only that, even coming up with a strategy, how do we reach out to our neighborhoods? Because we don't only want to rely on the stronghold of Jubilee Party within the Mount Kenya region, but also we want to reach out to our party, to our members. Like, for example, in Laikipia, we want to reach out to Samburu, our neighbors. We want also to reach out to the Isiolo, who are neighbors within the region of the Mount Kenya, so that all of them come on board and believe and trust in Jubilee administration because of the development that have been there. And therefore, this team will be more like a steering team within the Mount Kenya region, one, to ring-fence our region, and then we are able now to come up with the strategies to reach out to our neighbors so that they can buy in to the Jubilee administration.
There are those who are concerned that groupings such as yourself, the Mount Kenya leaders coming together, just continues to, entrench this tribalism, that we've seen have very adverse effects in this country. That while on the other hand, it's a beautiful thing to celebrate our culture, our ethnicity, but we've seen it rather as a country as a double-edged sword. So that when you come together, it just goes to entrench that even further. So how is it you're able to still have your meetings as leaders, as you choose, but at the end of the day, not entrench something that we've seen can be so disastrous for us as a people?
I would say that one of the choices of having Nanyuki, because many of the people are also asking why Laikipia, and I would say that the reason is because Laikipia is a county that has almost all the tribes within the region, and this is one of the messages that we want to send to our neighbors, that we are not just coming as one ethnic group, coming as leaders. This is just a start, and we want first within our own house, we set our house in order as we reach out to the rest of the country, particularly to our neighbors, starting our neighbors, because we have to even enforce and strengthen our good neighborhood within our region. And this is the reason why we had to choose Laikipia, where now from Laikipia we have even the communities, Samburu communities, we have the Pokot, we have the Turkana, we have the Kalenjin. So even by having it within Laikipia is also sending a message to the rest of the country that we are not promoting any tribalism, and that's why we are coming over there, and we are able now to reach out to the rest of our neighbors outside the Mount Kenya region.
Yeah. Are you concerned that this election will not be an easy a walk in the park in as far as some of the challenges? We're just coming out of politics of unga. We're talking about a cholera outbreak. There's been quite a number of issues. Corruption is one of those the president has been frustrated about. So you have a populace that is not too happy with this administration. So are you going into this election a very concerned people?
Yes, I would say we are going with a lot of concern, and this is the reason why, particularly trying to convince our people, trying to tell our people the truth, because we believe the truth will set the people free.
Which truth?
The truth is that there are challenges, and we do appreciate the challenges that are there. The challenges in terms of the drought, which has made us having the food insecurity, and I believe, and people have good evidence with the Jubilee administration, that the Jubilee administration, with the leadership of the president, have responded to the food insecurity and the high prices of food security, the food prices and all that, by even having subsidized food, which we know that now moving forward, the UNGA prices will go down, and even in terms of food stuff will go down, and this is the response. And that's the reason why we believe in the Jubilee administration, particularly having a government that responds to the needs of our people and the cries of our people. And moving forward, I'm sure that even the manifesto of Jubilee have addressed the issues of moving forward, even in the future, that the issues of food security will never be an issue in terms of food prices and all that.
And all that.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about Central Kenya, paint a picture for us, the kind of leaders we're expecting to see, the regions that will be represented in this meeting tomorrow.
We are addressing some of the people who have confirmed. We have confirmed the leadership of Kirinyaga. Kirinyaga, led by the governor Waiguru, the governor nominee Waiguru. We have also confirmed the Kiambu leadership.
So will the current governor be there?
The current governors seems not to be there for Kirinyaga, the Kiambu, because they will be having another.
Kirinyaga, yes,
the Kirinyaga, Kiambu governor Kabogo, they will be having another setup meeting on for independent candidates. So this one is for the Jubilee nominees. So we expect the Kirinyaga will be there, Murang'a will be there, Kiambu will be there, Laikipia will be there, Meru will be there, Eb will be there, Tharaka Nithi will be there, and Nakuru, they have already confirmed that they will be there. Nyandarua equally, they have confirmed, Nyeri, they have confirmed that they will be there.
So
we are expecting to have about 100 plus of the leaders of Jubilee nominees, members of parliament, Senate, governors, and women representatives.
So you're not having the quote-unquote losers of the nominations, the Kabogos, the Kirinyaga, because you said earlier the idea and the basis of this meeting is to consolidate your house, put it in order, so that the losers know that even if they lost, they can still, find a place for them in the house. But if they're not part of this meeting, they're having their own meeting, this just reinforces, again, a house divided, doesn't it?
Not really. Now that
Did you invite them?
No, first we said that can we first have our own house first, and we put the house in order.
Okay.
And then they're also having their own meeting, but the voice that they are having is also in the support of the candidature of the President Uhuru Kenyatta. Okay. And therefore, when we put our house in order, we are able even to reach out to them when the house is already in order.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Many thanks, Governor. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be watching what that major announcement will be. Joshua Irungo is the governor Laikipia County, and as we mentioned earlier, tomorrow the leaders from Central Kenya have indicated that they will be making a major declaration, so we will wait to see what that will be. We're taking a break here on News Center. We'll be back after this.